There, cinephiles, welcome back to another episode of Real Talk, where we unravel the allure of cult classics. I'm your guide through this cinematic labyrinth, Josh Bell, and today we're venturing into the heart of darkness with a film that's as mind-bending as it is iconic. That's Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Now picture this. The desert heat shimmers on the horizon as journalist Raoul Duke and his unhinged attorney, Dr. Gonzo, hurtle down the highway in a convertible, fueled by a cocktail of drugs and disillusionment. As they barrel through the neon-lit streets of Las Vegas, they encounter a menagerie of eccentric characters, from hitchhiking hippies to reptilian hotel clerks. But this isn't just a road trip, it's a descent into the twisted underbelly of the American dream. Amidst the chaos and hallucinations, Fear and Loathing serves up a potent brew of satire and social commentary, skewering everything from politics to pop culture with razor-sharp wit. So buckle up, because we're about to embark on a journey that's equal parts exhilarating and unnerving. From the mind of Gonzo journalist Hunter S. Thompson to the visionary lens of director Terry Gilliam. This film is a fever dream of epic proportions, so get ready to dive headfirst into the madness of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. So let's break down the surreal odyssey that is Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Strap in, because the ride is going to be wilder than a desert dust storm. Our adventure begins with Raoul Duke, a journalist who's not afraid to blur the lines between reality and madness, and his trusty sidekick Dr. Gonzo, an attorney with a penchant for chaos. Together, they're on a mission to cover a motorcycle race in Las Vegas, but as soon as they hit the road, it's clear that this assignment is just a pretext for their own twisted journey into the heart of darkness. As they barrel down the highway in their convertible, the landscape morphs into a hallucinatory daydream. Fueled by an arsenal of drugs that would make a pharmacist blush, beneath the haze of narcotics, there's a method to their madness, or at least some semblance of it. See, Duke isn't just looking for a story, he's on a quest for the elusive American dream, a quest that's as elusive as it is intoxicating. Along the way, they encounter a motley crew of characters straight out of a fever dream, from hitchhiking hippies to menacing hotel clerks. Each encounter adds another layer of surrealism to the journey. And as the drugs take hold and reality begins to dissolve, Duke and Gonzo find themselves hurtling towards a reckoning with their own mortality. But amidst this chaos, there are moments of startling clarity. Whether it's a chance encounter with a hitchhiker who serves as a sobering reminder of the fragility of human connection, or a moment of introspection amidst the neon-lit chaos of the Vegas Strip, Duke and Gonzo are forced to confront the emptiness at the core of their hedonistic pursuits. In the end, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas isn't just a story about two men on a drug-fueled bender, it is a savage indictment of the empty promises of the American dream. Through its kaleidoscopic lens, we're forced to confront the dark underbelly of the American psyche, a landscape littered with shattered dreams and broken promises. This is not just a film, this is a descent into the abyss of the human soul, a journey into that proverbial heart of darkness that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about the American dream. And whether you emerge on the other side unscathed or forever changed, one thing's for certain, you'll never look at Las Vegas or America the same way again. Let's take a quick break right here. When we get back, we'll talk about the soundtrack. So let's dive into the auditory experience that is the soundtrack of Fear and Loathing. This film isn't just about what you see, it's also about what you hear, and the music plays a pivotal role in shaping the mood and atmosphere of Duke and Gonzo's surreal journey. First up, we have Jefferson Airplane's White Rabbit. This psychedelic rock anthem is like a shot of adrenaline straight to the veins, perfectly capturing the mind-altering experience of the 60s counterculture. With its trippy lyrics and swirling guitar riffs, White Rabbit sets the stage for the hallucinatory odyssey that lies ahead. But the soundtrack isn't just a nostalgia trip. It's a sonic collage that spans genres and eras. Take the Rolling Stones' Jumpin' Jack Flash, for example. With its gritty blues rock sound and Mick Jagger's swaggering vocals, this track injects a dose of raw energy into the film, mirroring the reckless abandon of Duke and Gonzo as they tear through the desert in their convertible. And then there's Tom Jones' What's New, Pussycat? The kitschy, over-the-top track is the perfect accompaniment to the glitzy excess of Las Vegas. With its pulsating rhythms and bombastic horn section, it's a tongue-in-cheek nod to the absurdity of it all, adding an extra layer of irony to Duke and Gonzo's misadventures. But it's not all upbeat rock anthems and Vegas show tunes. Bob Dylan's Stuck Inside of Mobile with the Memphis Blues Again brings a touch of melancholy to the proceedings. With its mournful harmonica and cryptic lyrics, it's the kind of song that gets under your skin, mirroring the existential angst that permits Duke and Gonzo's journey. And let's not forget about Debbie Reynolds' Tammy. This innocent, nostalgic ballad might seem out of place in a film about drugs and debauchery, but that is precisely why it works. It's a saccharine, sweet melody that serves as a stark contrast to the chaos unfolding on screen, adding an extra layer of surrealism to the proceedings. The soundtrack of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is a smorgasbord of sonic delights, perfectly capturing the eclectic spirit of the film. From classic rock anthems to obscure gems, every song is carefully chosen to enhance the hallucinatory atmosphere and transport you straight to the heart of Raoul Duke and Dr. Gonzo's wild ride. So crank up the volume, close your eyes, and let the music take you on a trip you won't soon forget. We'll pause right here. When we come back, we'll talk about the thematic elements of the film. So let's take a look at the thematic layers that make this such a rich and provocative film. Strap in, because we're about to explore the murky depths of the American psyche. At its core, Fear and Loathing is a scathing critique of the American dream, a dream that promises wealth, success, and happiness, but often delivers only disillusionment and despair. Duke and Gonzo's journey through the neon-lit streets of Las Vegas serves as a microcosm of the larger societal phenomenon. In a city built on the illusion of wealth and glamour, they find only emptiness and decay. The glittering facades of the casinos hide the seedy underbelly of poverty and corruption, exposing the dark truth at the heart of the American dream. But beyond its critique of society, Fear and Loathing is also a deeply personal exploration of the human condition. Raoul Duke and Dr. Gonzo are not just symbols of a larger societal malaise. They are complex, flawed individuals struggling to find meaning in a world that seems increasingly absurd. Duke, in particular, grapples with existential questions about the nature of reality and the purpose of life. His drug-fueled odyssey through the desert becomes a quest for enlightenment, a desperate search for answers in a world gone mad. In this sense, Fear and Loathing is a modern-day existentialist parable, echoing the themes of philosophers like Albert Camus and Jean-Paul Sartre. Like Camus' protagonist in The Stranger, Duke is an outsider, adrift in a world that he cannot fully comprehend. Like Sartre's characters in No Exit, he is trapped in a hell of his own making, unable to escape the consequences of his actions. But amidst the despair, there are moments of unexpected beauty and grace. Whether it's the ethereal beauty of the desert sunset or the fleeting connections forged in moments of shared vulnerability, Fear and Loathing reminds us that even in the darkest of times, there is still hope. And then there's the theme of identity, the idea that who we are is not fixed, but fluid, shaped by our experiences and choices. Duke and Gonzo are constantly reinventing themselves, shedding their old identities like snakeskin as they journey deeper into this heart of darkness. In a world where nothing is certain, they cling to the one thing they can control, themselves. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is a film that defies easy categorization. It's a fever dream of epic proportions, a surreal odyssey through the darkest recesses of the human psyche, and while its themes may be dark and unsettling, they also remind us of our shared humanity and the enduring power of the human spirit. So the next time you find yourself adrift in a sea of uncertainty, take heart. Like Duke and Gonzo, you're not alone in your search for meaning in a world gone mad. We'll take another pause here, and when we get back, we'll look at the cast and crew who brought this film to the screen. Let's take a closer look at the ensemble of talent that brought Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas to life, both in front of and behind the camera. This film is a testament to the collaborative effort of a group of artists who each brought their own unique vision and skill to the project. First and foremost, we have Johnny Depp, whose portrayal of the eccentric journalist Raoul Duke is nothing short of transformative. Depp fully immerses himself in the role, capturing Duke's manic energy and moral ambiguity with an intensity that's impossible to ignore. His commitment to embodying the character's complexities shines through in every scene, making Duke a compelling and unforgettable protagonist. Opposite Depp, we have Benicio del Toro as Dr. Gonzo, Duke's larger-than-life attorney and partner in crime. Del Toro's performance is a masterclass in controlled chaos, as he brings Gonzo to life with a blend of menace and vulnerability that's both mesmerizing and unsettling. His chemistry with Depp is electric, creating a dynamic and unpredictable dynamic duo that drives the film forward with relentless energy. But the talent extends beyond the two leads. Fear and Loathing features a supporting cast filled with standout performances, including Tobey Maguire as the hitchhiker who serves as a poignant reminder of the fleeting nature of human connection, and Ellen Barkin as the waitress who unwittingly gets caught up in Duke and Gonzo's chaotic escapades. Behind the camera, we have once again director Terry Gilliam, whose visionary approach to filmmaking is evident in every frame of Fear and Loathing. Gilliam's distinctive visual style, characterized by bold colors, surreal imagery, and unconventional camera angles, turns the film into a psychedelic fever dream that's both immersive and disorienting. His ability to balance the absurdity of the narrative with moments of genuine emotion and introspection is a testament to his skill as a storyteller. Supporting Gilliam's vision is cinematographer Nicola Pecorini, whose stunning cinematography captures the sun-drenched landscapes of the desert with a dreamlike beauty. Pecorini's use of light and shadow adds depth and texture to the film, enhancing its surreal atmosphere and drawing viewers deeper into the world of Duke and Gonzo. And we can't forget the contributions of production designer Alex McDowell, whose intricate sets and elaborate costumes bring the film's hallucinatory vision to life with breathtaking detail. McDowell's attention to period accuracy and his ability to create immersive environments that feel both authentic and fantastical are crucial to the film's success. And of course, we can't talk about Fear and Loathing without acknowledging the influence of Hunter S. Thompson, the legendary Gonzo journalist whose semi-autobiographical novel inspired the film. Thompson's fearless approach to storytelling and his unapologetic critique of American society are at the heart of the film, reminding us of the power of art to challenge conventions and provoke thought. Fear and Loathing is a testament to the power of that collaboration, with each member of the cast and crew contributing their talents to create an experience that is as audacious as it is unforgettable. And as we've seen many times in this series, this film defies categorization, blending elements of comedy, drama, and social commentary into a mesmerizing tapestry of sights and sounds that continues to captivate us. We'll take a quick pause right here. When we get back, we'll look at the reason for this series and why is it a cult film. So let's continue our journey through this film and the landscape of cult cinema and see if we can't put our finger on why Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas has earned its esteemed status among the pantheon of cult classics. First and foremost, Fear and Loathing is a film that defies easy categorization like we just talked about. It's a surreal and hallucinatory experience that straddles the line between comedy, drama, and social commentary with unparalleled finesse. From its mind-bending visuals to its darkly comedic tone, the film presents a cinematic experience that is as disorienting as it is captivating. The unique blend of styles and substance sets Fear and Loathing apart from the mainstream fare, appealing to an audience who craves something a little different and a little daring. At its core, Fear and Loathing is a scathing critique of the American dream and the hollow promises of consumer culture. Duke and Gonzo's drug-fueled odyssey through the desert serves as a metaphor for the existential crisis facing society, a journey into the heart of darkness where the pursuit of pleasure and excess leads only to emptiness and despair. This biting social commentary resonates with audiences who feel disillusioned with the status quo, offering a darkly comic take on the search for meaning in a world that seems increasingly absurd. Beyond its thematic depth, Fear and Loathing has garnered a devoted fan base that has embraced its anarchic spirit and rebellious attitude. From midnight screenings to fan conventions, the film has become a cultural touchstone for counterculturalists, cinephiles, and misfits alike. Its irreverent humor and subversive themes have struck a chord with those who revel in its outsider status, making it a beloved cult classic for generations of fans now. Part of what makes Fear and Loathing so enduringly popular is its status as a cultural artifact of the 1960s counterculture movement. The film is steeped in the ethos of the era, with its references to drug culture, anti-establishment sentiment, and radical politics. For many viewers, Fear and Loathing serves as a nostalgic reminder of a time when anything seemed possible and the boundaries of reality were there to be pushed. Its unapologetic celebration of freedom and experimentation continues to resonate with audiences who long for a return to the heady days of cultural upheaval. But possibly the most compelling reason why Fear and Loathing is considered a cult film is its enduring relevance and resonance. Despite being set in the 1970s, the film's themes of disillusionment, alienation, and existential angst are as relevant today as they were when it was first released. In an age of political turmoil, economic uncertainty, and social upheaval, Fear and Loathing serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of blind conformity and the importance of questioning authority. Fear and Loathing, then, is more than a film. It is a cultural phenomenon that continues to captivate us with its audacious spirit and provocative themes. So let's take another pause here. When we get back, we'll look at a little bit of trivia that we found for Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. So let's take a look at some of the trivia surrounding Fear and Loathing and the talented individuals who contributed to its creation. Starting with Johnny Depp, his dedication to embodying Raoul Duke extended far beyond his on-screen performance. During his preparation for the role, Depp not only spent time with Hunter S. Thompson, but also meticulously studied his mannerisms, speech patterns, and even his handwriting. Depp's commitment to the authenticity was so intense that he insisted on wearing some of Thompson's actual clothing during filming, further blurring the lines between fiction and reality. Speaking of authenticity, the production team went to great lengths to recreate the chaotic atmosphere of 1970s Las Vegas, from sourcing vintage props and costumes to meticulously recreating iconic locations like the Mint Hotel and the Circus Casino. Every detail was carefully crafted to transport viewers back in time. This dedication to historical accuracy helps immerse us in the world of Fear and Loathing and add an extra layer of realism to the film's surreal narrative. But perhaps one of the most iconic scenes in the film, the diner scene where Duke and Gonzo consume an assortment of mind-altering substances, was actually inspired by a real-life event. Hunter S. Thompson famously took a similar cocktail of drugs during a visit to Las Vegas, and the experience served as the basis for one of the most memorable scenes in the film. It's this blend of fact and fiction that gives Fear and Loathing its unique blend of authenticity and surrealism. Now let's talk a little bit about the film's soundtrack. While the Rolling Stones' Sympathy for the Devil may not have made it into the final cut, there are still plenty of iconic tracks to be found on the soundtrack. From Jefferson Airplane's White Rabbit to Tom Jones' What's New Pussycat, each song was carefully selected to complement the film's psychedelic visuals, enhancing its thematic resonance. It's a soundtrack that perfectly captures the mood and spirit of the film, adding layers of depth to the film's already rich and deep layers of meaning. And finally, let's talk about the enduring legacy of Fear and Loathing. Despite its initial mixed reception from critics, the film has since gone on to achieve cult status and is now regarded as a modern classic. Its influence can be seen in everything from music videos to fashion trends, and its themes of disillusionment and existential angst continue to resonate around the world. It's a testament to the enduring power of art to provoke thought, challenge conventions, and inspire change, a legacy that Fear and Loathing continues to uphold today. We'll take one more pause here, and when we get back, we'll wrap it up with a summary and our rating. As we come to another end of an episode, we've taken a pretty wild ride through the surreal landscape of Fear and Loathing. We've peeled back some layers of the classic cult film, exploring its plot, unforgettable soundtrack, its themes, and the talented cast and crew who brought it all to life. Some trivia and discussion of what makes it a cult film. I think we've uncovered some details and behind-the-scenes stories that make it a very beloved masterpiece. Now we know it's not just a film, it's an experience, a mind-bending journey into the heart of the American dream, where reality blurs with hallucination and chaos reigns supreme. From Johnny Depp's mesmerizing performance as Raoul Duke to Benicio del Toro's unforgettable turn as the eccentric Dr. Gonzo, the cast delivers performances that are as daring as they are captivating. And for its bold and daring vision and its enduring impact on popular culture, we're awarding Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas a critical rating of 8 out of 10. While not without its flaws, the film's audacious spirit and provocative themes make it a must-watch for cinephiles, counterculturalists, and anyone with an appetite for cinematic adventure. But our journey doesn't end here. We want to hear from you. So share your thoughts on this film, suggest other cult classics you'd like us to review, or simply drop us a line to say hello. Reach out to us at therealrealtalk@gmail.com or connect with us on Instagram and Threads at @realrealtalk. And be sure to tune in next time as we continue our deep dive into cult classics with a review of Heathers. Until then, keep watching, keep loving, and keep those reels rolling.